Afifa, Mushtaq, Sadia Iqbal, Rihanna, and Burhan, Siri Lakshmi, Mahnur Zara, and Michael, and someone by the name Freaker, Freaker. I couldn't understand what is that. Is it actual name or is it just a nickname or? So how is everybody? Sorry, I think I just misspelled. Maybe I just didn't look at the spelling correctly. Tifa. Thank you for the message. Thank you for correcting me. I'll open my chat box so I can answer. Thank you. Thank you all. Is everyone working in community pharmacy? Can I ask, is everyone working? You can unmute if you want to reply, or if you can come on the camera, that would be great.
Hello.
Yes, hello, Michael. You want to say something?
Yeah. Yes, I'm working at hospital pharmacy.
All right. I can see your dispensary, your stock is all full.
Yes. Yes.
I am working in R&D.
R&D. And what's your good name? Because the wording coming on your camera is I'm not expecting that your name, I guess. What's your name? Okay. So Mohammed, I mean, on your Zoom, I think your name is coming a little bit differently. Did you notice that, or do you know that?
Yes. My name is a little bit different from my actual name. My name is Muhammad Saddam Hussain. I am from Pakistan. I am working in.
Yes. I think you have contacted me today, so that's good.
Yes.
That's good that you joined. That's very nice of you.
Thank you.
If you want, you can correct your name, because I will forget your name, because your name is coming as like Freaker. This is what I understand. Like, it's actually freaking me, basically. Well, that's why I just noted that straight away.
Okay. I will change my name. Okay.
Yeah, not change your name. If it's your nickname, that's fine. I can call you Freaker. That's fine if you're happy with that.
Okay.
I think I saw your CV. I think that very handy 60 years you got.
Yes. I have shared with you earlier today my CV and my video introduction.
Okay. Today, look, I have planned this 1 hour chat in a way that I can discuss about community pharmacy, especially what we do in Australia. I know that when we say community pharmacy, everyone thinks about is a retail pharmacy where we get medicine and supply medicine. This is what my understanding or my perception for everyone who's or wherever they work in the world around wherever they work. I don't know the scope of pharmacy as compared. I don't know the scope of pharmacy. What is the scope of pharmacy that we call? But in Australia, community pharmacies is not number one in the world, but it is significantly quite complex structure of services that pharmacists provide in a community pharmacy. And pharmacists are involved in quite a significant number of services which we provide in Australia in community pharmacy. So this is what I want to highlight, just to give you an exposure, especially the overseas pharmacists who are coming to Australia. I want to give them a very clear, not very clear, but some idea that what you will expect, where the jobs will be in Australia, and what things you will be doing most of the time, or what are the future jobs or future job description will be involved when you're going to be involved in this career, in this future career. So this is what I thought, that this can be a handy topic, because my lectures or my webinars are mainly focused on, or were mainly focused on guidance on how to bring overseas pharmacists in Australia. So this time I just changed a little bit the topic, because I'm working in this community pharmacy profession for now like 18 years here in Australia. So I saw a huge significant change. I have witnessed a significant amount of changes happen in this profession. Okay, so we want everyone to be on mute. We want everyone to be mute so we can talk without any interruption. That will be great. And look, I'm a student of Tony Robbins, and I'm also part of Australian Speaker Institute in Australia. And when we do webinars in those forums, nobody come with black screens. I can see everyone is sitting on the black screen as if everyone is sleeping like this. So what if I put my camera off and if I go like this, how you will feel? So this is what I feel when everyone go on black screen towards me. So I would request if you can be on the camera, so that will be an interactive session. So I can ask the question or you can ask the question when we will be discussing. That will be like interesting for me as well. So let's see, there are 4 people just joining right now. I'll just introduce them into the room. Can I ask like a question? Who is aware about ITP program, intern training program, which is the first ladder for anyone who coming to Australia to work in this profession? Either they're going to be working in the internship, either in a community pharmacy or maybe in a hospital pharmacy. I can see there are some people who actually in that journey, they just started, and this is just a general question that I'm asking with the audience. Do you know about intern training program, what things they do in their job, or what learning they do in that job? Just a question for everyone. If anyone want to answer, please. You can raise your hand and answer the question. I would be very happy to listen to your thoughts. Michael, you have a raised hand. Would you like to say something, or is just a raised hand on your button you pressed and left it? Michael, I'm just wondering if you have something to say in your raised hand, otherwise you can drop your hand. Michael Kemendi, right? Are you getting my voice? Hello. Okay, maybe Michael is not listening me. That's why he could not respond to me. That's why. Okay. If no one interested to answer, that's okay. I was expecting an answer from Burhan because he just joined the journey. But Burhan, are you there? Burhan Said. I can see you log in. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit non-interactive session because I asked two of our members, probably they're not listening, I guess, or maybe they're not here. Okay, I'll go and keep doing the discussions. Okay.
Hello, sir. I do remember they did a seminar on internship, the assessment tools and these, seminar maybe one month back. So there they did inform that what the responsibilities are there for the intern. But I'm not so well. I mean, I don't know much about it still. I mean, I still feel that we have to know. I mean, we have to learn more about it.
Obviously, I will tell you
Yeah.
everything. Thank you for
Yeah.
at least coming and have a brave uh, um, way of this and saying something. This is what we call it interactive session. That's why we are here, and that's why we join live. Otherwise, we can I can record this session and put on YouTube, and anyone can listen in their convenience. So this is another way of doing
In
the session.
fact, they mentioned a word I could not remember it.
Okay, let me
Uh,
on the mute first.
yeah, that was like we had to coordinate with our supervisor, and we were supposed to be working under them, and they did. I mean, the whole session was a very good one, but I cannot recall that particular word.
That's fine. We will go.
So
Look,
anyway, I'm not so good at
no, all right. And Sadia, when did you attend it, and what you're doing at the moment? Are you in the journey of CAPS, or how? What's your status?
Yes, I am. Inshallah, I will be going for my exam for CAPS in this coming July.
Have you paid the fee?
Yeah, already.
Okay, that's very good. So you logged your exam in Islamabad, right?
No, in Dubai. I am in Dubai right now.
Okay, so you're in Dubai. Okay, I understand. Okay, all right. Okay, good. All right, thank you for your response. I'll just let everyone in. Okay, I'll just bring this slide up, this is the latest information that I'm going to provide at the moment. This is the very updated. Abdul Majid Saab, can we put on your mute, please? Everyone can go on the mute. I don't know whose speaker is on. This Amar and Naseem or there's a section which called on mute. Everyone goes on mute. That will be handy. Thank you. Okay, Atifa, I was asking about, does anyone know about what are the duties involved in internship or intern training program? That was my question. I repeat that question. You asked that you were disconnected, so I just thought I would just say that again. Is Burhan is there? Because I was expecting that to be from Burhan because he may just started the internship program in South Australia. Okay. I'll just bring my slide up and scope of practice. Sorry, I was trying to show you the screen. Can you please see the? Can you please confirm if you have a? Did you see that screen? Can you see that?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, so this is the latest Pharmacy Guild. Pharmacy Guild is one of the Pharmacy Guild of Australia is one of the peak body here in Australia, who actually design the scope, who actually recommend what pharmacy, what community pharmacy. They work for community pharmacy, right? So we are not talking about hospital pharmacy at the moment. We just focus at the moment about community pharmacy, where there are 3,000 or more than 3,000 jobs are available. And they are welcoming for overseas pharmacists. So I'm just directing that information directly through this webinar, so that you can, or anyone can watch this on recording and have some idea that what is actually a scope of practices, especially in community pharmacy setting. Okay, so this is a PDF document I just received from Pharmacy Guild of Australia, and these images are actually actual pharmacists working in Australia. They are not like models. Okay. The topic that I share is like scope of practice of community pharmacists, scope of practice of Australian community pharmacy, where pharmacists are doing quite a number of jobs, and that actually tells you what is different between a retail pharmacy concept, if anyone has a retail pharmacy concept in their mind, as compared to Australian community pharmacy. All right. Okay. Just take you to there is a diagram which actually telling that what is actually scope basically. So on the document, it says, or it defines the scope practice is a time sensitive dynamic aspect of practice, which indicate those professional activities that a pharmacist is educated and competent and authorized to perform or authorized to act, for which they are accountable. So if you want to write a definition somewhere, what is the scope of practice? Mean that what pharmacists are actually authorized or educated or competent or accountable in the practice. This is just a simple definition. You probably may have seen this definition somewhere in the books. I don't know, but this is just explaining what is actually required, or what is actually we're going to talk about today. And for doing this work for pharmacists, what level of training they require, or pharmacists require? You know that pharmacists are qualified with the degrees, like in Australia, they are a pharmacy degree, which is like 4-year degree, bachelor's of pharmacy, they call it. Or if they're doing some consultation work, they have a special training from authority, which is Accreditation Pharmacy Authority. And if they want to do some vaccination training, then again, they have to go to get that requirement for becoming a approved vaccinating pharmacist. So these are all requirements which actually legislation wise they require to have those requirements. First of all, the training should be there because there's a law that actually bind them, and the knowledge which is actually allow them to prescribe or dispense and administer or review medicine. And some specific trainings, like I've explained to you, if you're doing a consultation work with doctors, so that requires some specific training from the accredited training program, that actually additional skills, which probably allow pharmacists to do home medicine review, nursing home medicine review, and review medication review in the GP practice as well. Okay. And when we say about professional competency standard, so this is a standard which actually written by Pharmaceutical Society of Australia. If you download it, that And if you download the document, I can give you the link. You can download the document and read that 50 or 60 page document, which actually tells you what duties as a pharmacist we need to do and where those duties are actually coming from. And the broader words, or like that, I can tell you that dispensing or prescription or administration, these are the things which actually define the whole function of the pharmacist. And legislation is another thing, which is like rules and regulation, which is assigned by pharmacy board, which is a regulatory body here in Australia. And so they authorize pharmacists what they can do, what they can prescribe. I mean, their functionalities are bind with the legal aspects. Okay, so that is actually called that the whole of this function, like these all functionalities are come under this competency, knowledge and skill, and accountability and authority to prescribe. So if you understand this, if you understand these 4 words, or if you like rehearse these words, so this is actually define a pharmacist in community setting, where they're applying the knowledge based on the training. And in terms of overseas pharmacists, you need to understand that CAPS, when we say CAPS, is not the licensing exam. CAPS is the exam which actually tells you, or which actually make you enable to come to this first part, which is called knowledge. Sorry, not knowledge, but is actually competing with the training, which on Australian graduates are actually finishing in 4 years, and they have a degree. So CAPS is equivalent to that. Okay, so you need to be very, very clear about this. CAPS is actually not the license, right? It's not a licensing exam. It's about making you equivalent to this training, which makes you equivalent to this Australian graduates. And then these legislations, these professional competency standards, these all stuff actually you learn during your intern training program, which normally people call the internship, or normally people call that is a training, or is called like intern job. But in that job is very challenging, because you coming from a different culture, you coming from a different background, and this part is all new. So first year is the hardest year for anyone who's coming to Australia. And you may find a lot of reviews from some interns that they get like very tough time from the preceptors. They get quite racism from the bosses, because why they are strict with overseas pharmacists. The reason is that when we are kids, like kids mean that when you're coming out of uni, you are probably 22, 23, 24-year-olds, right? And at that time, anything which a company or where you're working teaches you, you take it and you learn it. But at an age of 34, 45, in between that age, when you are mature, then you have your own belief, you have your own concepts. Then that brings some conflict, that why I need to learn this, because and some people think that I'm coming to Australia because I've been migrated to Australia. If I pass this CAPS exam, that's enough. I have done everything. I have done such a hard exam, passed. Why I should be listening to any of the pharmacists in Australia? I will do what I know. A lot of pharmacists do that. I have gone through with 50 odd interns in my career, and everyone come with the belief, with the strong beliefs that like on first day or second day, they think that, oh, I have landed in a land of opportunity. Now I will do what I need to do. But no, you don't know about this legislation part. You don't know about this prescribing or dispensing rules and regulations, what things you need to communicate. So these are the part which actually are very important, significant in your first year journey. And the examiners in your end of your, like, you know, there are 2 types of exam in the end. of your internship program. One is the written exam. Everyone is good in written exam. All the CAPS people are very good in writing in exam because they have done the hardest exam, which is called CAPS exam. So that exam is not a worry for anyone, but the worry is that oral exam where there will be 3 or 4 or maybe 2, at least 2 or 3 pharmacists sitting there at the panel, and they will observing you for at least 1 or 2 hours, asking different scenarios, and they will be judging you on these topics. Either are you a competent speaker? Can you communicate in a way that an Australian customer would like to listen? Can you relate that communication level? First thing. Legislation wise, they want to make sure you not going to kill anyone. That's true. They're just checking, can you provide, I mean, this pharmacist in that 1 hour, if I would be the examiner, I will be just checking if that pharmacist has not done a simple, like any hiccup where he may have missed or he may provide a harm to a patient. That's what we call it. In general terminology term, we say, you're not going to kill anyone. This is what normally we say in Australia, but what they are looking at it at the time, they were looking that any harm has not been provided to a patient in those scenarios. Any harm could be high dose, any harm could be a interaction, any harm could be a communication skill where you have shown a lack of credibility, where they feel that you are not ready to be working as an independent pharmacist. So these are the things which you need to understand, and they will be judging on that. They will be not really focusing on your pharmacology at that time. They will be not looking that, they will not, obviously they will not ask a question about how the mechanism of a medication. They will be not interested. They will be interested that how you can facilitate a patient independently in your pharmacy if there's no staff there, if there's no one is watching you. Can we allow this pharmacist to go and work independently to serve an Australian community based on these topics, based on this legislation, based on this dispensing administrative authority administration? Like if you are doing a vaccine, probably they can ask the question like, how are you going to be vaccinating a pharmacist? Obviously they will ask you the process. So that's something which I thought I just focus a little bit, and I'll go for the next slide. All right. Okay.
لا تمسخوا يا شلا.
Is that going good with everyone? I want a feedback, please. If you can.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Irfan.
Or is
Thank
just
Yes, sir.
you.
that I'm talking?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. So everyone saying yes, that means that at least 3 people saying yes. The rest of the people are, if they're sleeping, that's fine, but we keep continue. Okay. Okay, in this slide, this is just a slide about how pharmacists received a prescription in the pharmacy, and the decision to prescribe medicine mean that a pharmacist will check the prescription, or pharmacist will check the symptoms, and they can either just give advice or either they can give the medicine. Right? It's not that like a retail supermarket where a person come and ask that, look, I need a blood pressure tablet and you need to give. No, it's not like that. Or it's not like where they come with a prescription and you need to give it or you have to give it. It's not like that. It's like judgment, is your decision. Sometimes pharmacy receive prescriptions which probably not, I would say that not suitable for certain people, like patients, where maybe doctor has probably missed some points where there may be some harm can happen, or maybe they can get some undue adverse effect can happen to the patient, or maybe the scenario has changed. So that's the decision that pharmacists need to make, whether they should supply or not. So that's something Very important. Legitimate prescription. Sometime in Australia is a very safe country, but still we receive some forged prescription. Forged prescription. Do you understand by forged prescription?
Yes, yes.
What is your understanding of forged prescription, sir?
Likely it may be about a prescription which is with false doses or some wrong treatment.
In Australia, wrong treatment is not right, but what you said first part is true. Forged scripts are those scripts which are not legitimate prescription, which is probably a prescription pad has stolen from the clinic and someone write a prescription by themselves without a doctor authority. So those prescriptions are called forged prescription. In Urdu, I can explain to you a jali prescription, which is not done by a GP or doctor. Someone has stolen a pad, or maybe they went into the clinic, typed wrong, like just forged, not a genuine prescription from a doctor. So that's something pharmacists need to intervene as well. Okay, so when we're working in pharmacy, it's not like that paper comes, like we give the medicine. No, not like that. Pharmacists need to check.
Can I say something also on
Yes.
forged prescription?
Yes,
Usually, sir, like their narcotics and addiction behavior. For that, people they might be getting these prescriptions or medicines. And for us, like in Dubai, usually they look for the stamp of the doctor and the signature of the doctor. And there are a few things that we have to first consider. Then only they will dispense the medicine.
Okay.
Just
Have you come across any forged prescription in your practice? Who's talking? First of all, I
Not
need to know.
exactly.
Can I ask
Yeah,
who's
this
talking?
is Sadia. This is
Sadia.
Sadia.
Where you working,
Yeah.
Sadia? Can you come on the camera, please?
Wait. Let me just. Actually, I didn't put my makeup, so I was very,
I did not
particular about my looks. Let
I
me
did
just.
not put any shave on my face. You can see that I'm just sitting in my bike in the studio.
Okay, straight.
Prescription is like handwritten, just like Pakistan, and they are online prescriptions sent to your link. Yes, I will explain that here.
Okay. Yeah. So,
Thank you.
can you see me now? Is it possible?
Yes, we can see you. Nice dress, lady. Yes.
So I had been working in Dubai, one of the pharmacies. So that time, but we do know that we very rare do we encounter the forged prescriptions, because we know the names of the doctors. I mean, who can prescribe those narcotics.
Okay.
So that's one way we'll know that it cannot be a forged one.
Okay.
And in fact, even sometimes we may even ask those patients what is their job, what kind of job they're doing, and what is their condition. That way also we'll you'll get an idea that really it is a an authentic prescription or not.
Okay, that's very good. I like your 2 points. One is that you know the doctor. You just said you know the doctor, you know your doctors, and the second thing is narcotic. Can I ask, like, what is the legislation say in Dubai if you find that prescription? What is the authority of a pharmacist?
For the narcotics, let me tell you, usually they're given for 3 days.
No. Please listen
Not
my
more than
question
that.
again.
Yeah.
Please listen to my question. You found a forged prescription as a pharmacist. What action you will take? This is my question.
Okay. If I do find, I will immediately inform my senior pharmacist. And in fact, for us, the narcotics was only dispensed by those a specific person who was allotted. No other person can dispense it. So we will immediately, and in fact, we'll write. We have to immediately report it, and it will be documented.
Anything else? Any other authority pharmacist got there? Any other? Can you arrest that person? Can you call the police for that?
For that, no, it's not the pharmacist himself. It will be the senior pharmacist. They will take an action.
Yeah, senior pharmacist.
After we have reported,
can you call a police to get involved in it or not? Is that not part of that?
It's not. Actually, I've never encountered such a situation.
As a
But in
pharmacist,
case Yeah.
As a pharmacist
I-
in Australia, as a junior pharmacist in Australia, if you confident this is a forged prescription,
Okay.
call the
Mm.
police. You can call the police, and police will come immediately to your pharmacy.
Okay. This is
And
very, I
you
mean,
can
statement.
and these actions should be done in a way that that person who bring the prescription not feel that you know the reality and now you're calling the police.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the difference. This
Mhm.
is what I'm trying to explain here, that what pharmacists is actually role involved, first of all, role, and this is actual work that pharmacists are doing in Australia, and the authority. When we talk about the authority somewhere, like, did you notice that there was a word authority used in my last slide? So that's
Yes,
the
yes.
authority. The
Police station,
pharmacist got a power to call
Mm.
the police station and say that, look, I receive a forged prescription. They will document is there, documentation, recording is everything. But the immediate action is that you find the forged prescription and you know the doctor and you know the medicine and you have decided that this is the forged prescription. So what are the next steps? We need to stop that crime happening. So we need to call the crime stopper. Police is also called crime stopper in Australia. So we call the police. It's up to them how quickly they will come, because in Australia, there's no other crime happening, so they will come because in other countries, the crime rate is very high. Australia is low. They normally come to the pharmacy, and pharmacy is always on high. I would say that they receive pharmacy calls very seriously. Police department take the calls very seriously, right? Okay. So is that clear to everyone about the forged prescription? It could be interesting for you because it could be interesting for me if I was new here. There would be police coming, action happening in the pharmacy, like 911 or something like that. So I've been involved in police, not encounters, but I was involved in police interaction a lot of time. Yeah, a lot of time. Yep. So how does this sound? Would you be doing a police action when you come to work in Australia?
Yes, if it's required, definitely we have to. We
Yes,
have to
why
take
not?
an
I
action,
would love
right?
I would love to work with the police department. They will come with the guns and everything. That will fascinate me. Yes, I really like to chat on the camera. They all come with the camera on and interview you at the same time, and they catch the bad guy as well. So that's all happened. I have seen police actions in pharmacy many times. Okay, so we go to the next part, recording the medicine. Recording medicine is using a computer system, which we have. Okay, the question was asked by Mr. Abdul Majid that prescription like handwritten. Yes, Australia is still a layback country. We got electronic prescriptions. We got paper printed prescriptions. And we got paper handwritten prescription as well. Right, so all three types of prescriptions are valid prescriptions. So is that good to Mr. Abdul Majid? He asked a good question, so I just answered that question. All right, okay. So recording the medicine, recording that prescription, or recording that whatever the prescription you receive in pharmacy, you have a computer-based system. There are like maybe 15 or 20 different computer-based systems working in community pharmacy. Fred is the #1 dispensing software, which is rated #1. So if you all write down Fred in your notes, where if you're making notes, are you making notes? I'm making notes. Even I'm teaching you, I'm making my notes. So are you making notes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you all write down Fred dispensing software or Fred point of sale software? And when you got a time, search on Google, search this Australian #1 dispensing and point of sale software, which is probably 70% of pharmacies use in Australia. Very, very smart software. We record that. If the electronic prescription comes, we scan on barcode. The data information comes from the barcode, and it goes and bring everything in front of us. And we checked again. We check the date. We check the patient name. We check the medicine. We check the medication strength. we check the medication quantity, we check the dosage, we check the right dosage with the person. When you say person's name, we mean that person age, also the date of birth, so we can have an idea that someone need to be on mute, please. That's disturbing for us. I have to stop every time when someone talk. Okay, so that's something which we need to check on the prescription. And when the scan is done, like computers pick up the data and you just check again on your computer. Check, 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 check. And then you press yes, the label will come out. If there's a repeat, the repeat prescription will come out. And you pick up the box from your shelf and then scan the label and scan the barcode of the box to make sure that you have picked the right strength, right box for that supply. And you stick the labels. There are various types of labels that comes out, so you need to do all the labels. If there's a repeat, you provide the repeat and serve and make the tablets ready for this person to take or to give out. Okay, so review of medicine order. Okay, review of medicine order is again like what you have done. You need to check your work again and then issue the medicine. And if the medicine is started first time, for example, if someone is going on a blood thinner, let's say, or if someone going on cholesterol lowering medicine, then we need to take a printout of the medicine information sheet, which is called CMI. CMI stand for Consumer Medicine Information. In Australia, you know the leaflet that comes into the box, we have the option to print that as well, or you can take out and mark those important points. First of all, why this medicine has been given, why this medicine has been issued to the person, that need to be discussed, and also explain the dosage, how the person will take it. If an antidepressant is given, for example, then you need to explain that this medicine is given for your mood. Look, words are very important. Words. You need to use the appropriate word when we're talking. Okay, I'll just let other people in. Okay, so wording is very important. When we say wording, it's mean communication. Like if a person is on antidepressant, like if a person is taking tricycline, like maybe fluoxetine, as a pharmacist, you cannot go and say that, look, your medicine for depression is given you first time. You will take one in the morning. No, you can't say that. Do you know why you can't say that? Any response? Anyone want to share other than Sadia?
Sir, might be possible they will mind, or maybe elevate his or her depression level to listen the depression word from pharmacist.
Yes, because that's a sensitive area. Like, so if a person is already depressed, for example, and if someone come and say, this is medicine for your depression, that actually make him angry or annoyed. So we use the beautiful words. The beautiful word can be, this medicine is given for your mood. Like mood is emotion, right? So mood can be low, mood can be high. So this is something you change the word and you use the beautiful word. That all comes from your communication skill. You need to learn those tricks. You need to learn through that practice. When we say practice, mean that 1 year internship, when you're working with a pharmacist, supervised practice, they will be using those words. So you will learn from that experience, what they're actually talking. This is just a very basic example, one minor example. All right. Okay. And this conversation need to be done in a private area, not openly. Pharmacies have private sections when we're serving, so not other person listening. That's very, 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 very important. Privacy is the most significant thing in the pharmacy. It's not like that two people are standing behind and you're discussing about this. All right. How is the practice over there in the other part of the world? How is the privacy? Is it really important or is it not really important? Anyone want to share privacy in the pharmacy in overseas country?
In India, it's not important. Actually.
Okay. Can I ask who responded that, please?
I'm Sri Lakshmi.
Actually, okay. So you're saying privacy is not important. Okay. Okay.
Actually, in India, we are not practicing like that. We are just giving the medicines in front of everyone.
Did you notice that? Do we discuss that over there, or we just give the medicine over there? Because I know that population is high. Maybe don't have a time to discuss. Is that right? Or does pharmacists explain those?
Yeah, it's correct. Yeah.
Okay. So that's like a workload issue where we can't, and we have to serve other person, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for share. Thank you. And yeah, in
Yes,
Australia,
Irfan?
privacy is huge. Yeah, someone saying something?
Yes, I just wanted to share. I'm from Zimbabwe.
Yes, please go ahead.
Yes, so yeah, it is also important for us. You'd find some pharmacies have a designated area for just speaking to patients. So it depends with what situation you're dealing with. For example, if you're giving medicines, let's say for HIV, then you put them in a brown packet so that other people cannot see exactly what's inside. And if you need to counsel the patient, then you take them to separate places. But some pharmacies do not really have that set up, so it can be challenging sometimes.
Margaret, is it Margaret, right?
Yes.
Okay, Margaret, are you in the pharmacy or are you at home? Thank you for this share. This is very important. Designated area that you talk about, an HIV example is one. Look, in community pharmacy, HIV like HIV treatment, we have patients coming to HIV, but they are not really common, right? The common examples, not that's very good that you talk about this designated area. In Australia, we call it counseling area, right? Counseling designated area, or we have private like that the consulting room. If there's something really need to be discussed in lengthy steps, then we take a person in the room and discuss with them. Because when you're going to learn this ITP program, you will learn a law which is called Privacy Act. In Australia, there's a Privacy Act which applies directly on pharmacists, directly on your pharmacy staff. By that law, we are bound. We are actually we have to obey those legislation. The legislation word which is used, there are a lot of laws that we are actually bound under. So under that regulation, I'll give you a very live example. The most common privacy thing which we face as a pharmacist on every day or maybe on weekend is called short-term contraceptive pill, which is commonly known as morning after pill. This is the word, probably not common in other part. I don't know. Have you heard about this morning after pill in other part of the world? Yes, Michael, very good. That's glad to see. Okay. So that morning after pill is the one which is one of the most common thing which pharmacist has to come across, and that discussion need to be done in a very delicate, very private place in the pharmacy. Right? Your staff can take the information and the pharmacist can go and talk to them and explain, and that chat need to be very, very private. Okay. And those conversations need to be addressed in the start. So the other person who's listening that conversation, who's the receiver of this medicine, they need to understand that that pharmacists understand that sensitivity of the discussion, and they are well aware about this. They are well aware about the respect that they need to discuss that in private place. So that's something you need to understand, because as a overseas pharmacist, we need to explain that very in the start, so they need to understand this and follow that way. Okay, someone asking a question which I will answer later. I will answer those questions. Please write your questions and I will answer those. Not a problem. Okay. And then after this privacy discussion, you have issued the medicine, they have taken the medicine. That's good. And you need to tell them how they're going to store the medication. If that's the insulin going, make sure, I mean, that's very common everywhere in the world, that they need to give in a fridge control bag. And if that administration or recording is required for certain medication, then you need to record. Some medicine need to be given in the pharmacy in front of pharmacist, like some rehab program, like Suboxone, buprenorphine. So those medicines need to be given in front of pharmacists, need to be recorded. And then and the review after some time, if patient come back, I mean, you need to tell them, like antidepressant, for example, if someone is going on antidepressant first time, there's a counseling that you need to do about the time frame, that immediately they won't get the effect, they won't get the benefit. They need to wait at least 10 to 15 minutes for getting the response from their pill. It's not like immediately antibiotic roll where they will take the medicine and the mood will go fix. It's not like that. And certain medicines which need to be taken straight away, like some antivirals, they won't affect if they delay the take of the medicine. If they administer the medication after 2 days, there's no use. So we need to address that response, like administration, and also make sure the response of the medicine, they need to know about that as well. All right. This is again, if you look at what I have on my screen, is about that professional scope, legislation. I explained to you rules and regulation and standard ethics. Ethics are like which are standards. You can download that standard as well. If you go on PSA website, I will share the link in my group later on. You can do that at that time. There's a booklet that you need to have this with you when you're working as a pharmacy. You need to have that book. It's better if you read that right now. You will be confident. Oh wow, I'm going to be in Australia. I'm going to be work like that. So this will give you an updated beforehand. You will know lots of things. All right, and you will be very clear that I'm coming to Australia. I'm not coming to work in a retail shop. I'm coming to work in an area which is a very specialized area. All right, it's not just a retail shop where a staff girl is working and you working and you're giving some medicine back to from the suppliers and taking money. It's not like that. It's just not like that. Okay. The individual scope, skills, knowledge, attribute, experience, ethics, accountability. Skills, knowledge mean that your degree has given you the authority to act as a pharmacist, but your knowledge, you need to use that knowledge to actually be a pharmacist. You cannot come with a blank mind that you just say I'm a pharmacist. You need to know the updated information. You have done, you must be watching the television. For example, there's a recent recall happened of Falcurine medicines in Australia. Huge news. All the TV channels were, all the TV channel news were actually talking about those medicines. Pharmacy was a hot spot last week in all over Australian TV channels, all over Australian newspapers, all over Australian radio channels. And if you are not open to listen television, not listening the radio, not going through the newspaper, obviously you won't be able to find out that breaking news about those Falgorid medicine, like withdrawal of those medicine, because Falgorin is one of the over-the-counter medicine. Do you know what is Falgorin is? It's a very, very simple question. If anyone volunteer to answer. Any smart pharmacist who know what is Falgorin is?
It is a narcotic.
Okay, narcotic. And what's first person said?
Cough suppressant.
Cough suppressant?
Yes, so cough suppressant come from Michael. And can you say who was the female who answered that question? Because I can't see the names.
Atifa.
Atifa, great. So Atifa, are you aware about this Falgorin news in Australia? I think you were here in Australia, I believe.
Yeah, at that time I was here, and every TV channel was like.
So you witnessed that.
like
You
this.
witnessed that story. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I
tell
was
tell
part of
everyone
it.
what you
Yeah,
saw.
actually.
What happened? Can you tell everyone, please?
Yeah, actually, that was a recall that was again and again blinking on the different TV channels that there was a certain side effect of that. I exactly don't remember because I was too busy at that time, but every channel was like on air with this news.
So where you saw that news first time? Was it on the TV? Where the TV was on in your work?
Yeah, it was on the TV. Yeah, it was on the TV in Melbourne and the Brisbane board.
Okay, so
Yeah.
where was TV on in your workplace, or was TV on in your home?
No, in my home.
Okay, so
I was at that time
you
in
were
my
in
home.
touch with us, because what happened, I know a lot of pharmacists in Australia, when they come, they don't watch Australian television. So how you were watching Australian television? You are one of the overseas person as well. So what makes you to watch Australian television?
Yeah, I was always watching the news channel. They were because they were giving the different news about the immigrants and
That's good.
antibiotic. At that time, there was antibiotic resistance, which has resistance conference as well. So they were there was certain news about that.
No, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. That's so nice information that you share. And I'm really glad that what you just said about that you were watching like local television. That's very good, because I interviewed one person from Adelaide just 2 days ago. She's here in Australia from last 2 years. She said, I never watched Australian television. So that was like a hard break for me, like breaking my heart. I thought, oh, come on. You're a pharmacist. You need to be involved in Australian culture. This is a very easy way for anyone to open a television and listen to the news and get update, have a radio on and get update, at least buy a newspaper to know what is happening around you. So that's very good. I think, Atifa, you were not here for long, but you were here for a short period. That's what my guess is. But if you can listen that's very good. I'm very pleased to know. So that if a pharmacist is working in Australia in the pharmacy, and if they don't watch this television news, they come to the pharmacy and a customer is well aware about the recall. And if you sell that Falcodin from your pharmacy, what will happen? That's not good. That's very bad, isn't it? So do you understand what is knowledge is? Reading the latest journals, reading the latest every month, even every day, there's a pharmacy daily newspaper comes. You can even sign up while you are not in Australia. Do you know that? Pharmacy Daily is a 3-page newsletter, which actually disperses news every day from pharmacy industry. And anyone can sign up if you are in Australia or if you are not in Australia. So just Google Pharmacy Daily News. Can everyone sign up Pharmacy Daily News, please?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Please do so. I mean, it will be
Yes,
amazing.
of course we can. Thank you
amazing for
so
you.
much.
Yeah, it will be an amazing update for your knowledge. And if you have a habit of looking at email, just open it, browse it, read the top headlines, maybe read a little bit. You will feel that you are in Australia, in Australian pharmacy system. Many times you will think that, oh, what the hell is that mean? What is this news related? But try to read it once, maybe try to read it twice, and you will feel that, oh, wow, okay, this is what it's been. There is something happening. There was an award given. There's a new medicine coming in PBS system. There is a new research medicine launched as a trial in the pharmacy, in the community pharmacy. So you will know things which will be implemented in coming years. So that's how you will get this updated information. That is free. Pharmacy Daily is free. All right. So there's no money involved. And AJP, which is Australian General Pharmacy, which is, I think, which is available online as well. But I think you need to be a APRA registered pharmacist to access that knowledge. Maybe just try APJ, Australian General, AJP, Australian General Pharmacy. Try to get into as a pharmacy assistant. Maybe they will let you in. Maybe you can get a copy. Maybe, I don't know. And there's a pharmacist. There's a magazine called Pharmacist, which is called Australian Pharmacist, which is absolute fantastic resource for having this update knowledge. When I was an intern, when I was not even an intern, I used to go get those pharmacist journals, even from library, and I used to read them because I had a huge desire to be working pharmacist, right? But I was not allowed at that time. So that was my dream, that I wish if I can be a pharmacist. So I think your story, I mean, obviously you are a pharmacist in your country, but I'm talking about pharmacists in Australia. So that kind of desire, I think you would have, you could have the same desire. But if you have this Pharmacy Daily coming, or maybe Retail Pharmacy magazine is coming, there's another third resource or fourth resource is called Retail Pharmacy. There's a big magazine, Retail Pharmacy, so that you can go on the website, maybe just check, and if they allow you to do the free email listing, maybe get that one, and you will get the news every day. All right. Even AJP give news every day as well, like breaking news. Anything important, they send the news. So this is knowledge, right? Attribute, experience come with time. Ethics. Ethics mean that you will practice the right things. You will not practice with the wrong things. Because as a pharmacist, we got so many authorities as the pharmacists, as the community pharmacists. We will not break the law. We will not go against the law. Our ethics will be as true, simple, and will be accountable for all of our actions. If he's submitting a claim, if he's submitting any documents, we are 100% sure we are right. We are not doing anything fake. Because why? Pharmacist is the most trustable profession in Australia. Pharmacist is the most trustable profession in Australia. Community pharmacist is the most trustable profession in Australia, where patient trust on us, doctor trust on us, Medicare Australia trust on us. Like I said about the forged prescription, if you call police from the pharmacy, they take that very seriously because they trust on us. And at the moment, this Australian new government, the Labor government, is very close with pharmacists. They are very favorable with pharmacists. On 16th of March, which is 3 days from today, I know that internationally as well, there's a Thank You Pharmacist Day celebration happening. I think that was declared by International Pharmacy Federation as well. So that's going to be a huge in Australia. Many member of parliaments, many senators are actually coming to community pharmacy to acknowledge community pharmacists in their pharmacies on that day. So is it a good thing?
Yes, definitely.
Feel about it. If you are working on 16th of March in Australia, a health minister walking into your pharmacy, giving you a handshake, saying few words to you, even he doesn't know you, how would you feel? Appreciation.
You will feel as if you're flying.
And you will take a selfie with him, obviously, and you will ask for a photo. Maybe he will bring the media with him as well. This is what I heard. These government officials are coming with media because they want to show that they want to thank you, community pharmacists, what pharmacist does in this country and how they have worked during this last pandemic, how we have given these COVID vaccines in one of the daunting time when AstraZeneca vaccine was rejected by Australian population, and it was about to be discarded or given away to a third world country free. So there was a huge economic loss about to happen back in 2021 July. But Pharmacy Guild of Australia intervened at that time and said to Prime Minister of Australia, Mr. Scott Morrison at that time, that, look, if you give this job to community pharmacy, we can give this to our patients. Because why? Our patients, our people who come to our pharmacy, they trust our pharmacist, our community pharmacists. And when we're going to tell them, they will take this vaccine. So you just keep these vaccination hubs out from the business and give this job to pharmacy. And then in May or in June 21, Prime Minister and I think the military Governor General has done a speech and they said, we are giving this job to community pharmacies. So Australian Army was involved in that distribution. And then pharmacies started receiving the AstraZeneca, which was highly rejected by Australian community at that time, but from the media, from doctors community. But when AstraZeneca was given to pharmacies, everyone started coming to the pharmacy and getting the vaccines. And all the stock, all the thousands of vaccines were given by pharmacists, community pharmacists. And I'm really proud to say 26th of July, around 10 a.m. in South Australia, I did the first vaccination in my regional pharmacy. And that became a history. It was recorded as a history. So I was heavily involved well before COVID vaccine arrived at the pharmacy. I was going out and talking with people, please come to pharmacy, get your vaccination. Make sure when the COVID vaccine come and get your flu vaccine. So that level, that if I can do it, you can do it. So this is what I'm talking about, the trust, all right? Okay, thank you. Thank you for this message. Okay, I'll go to the next slide. Okay. I know that, or we know that the number one practice in community pharmacy is happening in Canada. Canada is one of the prime examples where pharmacy practice is significantly high as compared to other nations. Even US is not there. And then we talk about UK, and then few other countries. So we Australian benchmark Canada pharmacy practice, Canadian pharmacy practice. So when you want to come here, you will see all the examples are actually benchmark from Canadian pharmacy practice, because they are well ahead from us. Their pharmacists are prescribing pharmacists. Our pharmacists are not prescribing pharmacists. We cannot prescribe the medicine. We can dispense the medication, but we cannot prescribe. There are some trials happening where we can prescribe for certain medications. not all the medication. We are still need to wait for the prescription from the doctor. Okay. This is what we have discussed: medication supply, prescribing, medication review, disease management, medicine administration, ordering, and laboratory test. Okay. Okay, so this is what in future or in near future, full scope of practice for today will not be the same as full scope of practice in the year ahead. So we're talking about future. Okay, future is not like after 20 years. Future could be maybe in 2 years time. Who knows? In 2 years time, pharmacists would be prescribing. If we will be allowed to do a 1-year degree course as a prescribing pharmacist in Northern Queensland, that already started just in a very small location, Northern Queensland. Pharmacists are allowed to do that 1-year degree from one of the universities. I forget the name. They can complete the course and then they can prescribe on 17 different health conditions. Not everyone in Australia are allowed at the moment. That's like a trial-based thing happening. The domain of competency for pharmacists in providing patient care include medicine supply, dispensing, which we're already doing. Prescribing is new. We are looking forward. I'm looking forward. If I would be allowed, I will go to the university and get admission and then complete the course. I have a lot of pharmacist friends in UK who were graduated with me back in University of Karachi in 1997. Many of them are practicing pharmacists. Many of them are prescribing pharmacists. What they have done the master's degree. No, not master's degree, but the postgraduate diploma. And they complete some 6-month GP practice training. And they know how to prescribe a medicine if a patient comes. They can do the test, they can do the disease management assessment, and then they can prescribe. Medicine, review medicine, we're already doing that. Yeah, disease management will be new. That could be under that same thing which I just explained. Medicine administration, we are doing very small amount of medicine, especially the vaccine. Pharmacists are administering nearly flu vaccine, all the COVID vaccine, travel vaccines in some state, not every state. Certain vaccines in certain states, not every state. And okay. Okay. And there's some testing. I think there will be some test, especially the influenza test, or there would be some viral test would be available in pharmacies very soon, where a patient can walk in rather than going to a laboratory. They can come to the pharmacy and get those influenza tests. If they get positive, then pharmacists can prescribe the influenza treatment, and same for COVID and some other health conditions, some other conditions as well, like urinary tract infection. Okay, so this is a near future scope that we are looking forward. I'm looking forward as well. Let's call, if you look at the 3.31 point, which is explaining that if person is already using a medicine, for example, for cholesterol, for blood pressure, then pharmacists will be allowed to do a continuous supply, meaning that they can supply the medicine as an emergency supply where a doctor is not available, then pharmacists can supply. I think this is available at the moment. We still can supply that emergency supplies. Okay. Okay, I'll talk about this this heading, which is called prescribing of Schedule 4 and Schedule 8 medicine. There are 4, like there are different types of schedules in Australia in this pharmacy. Let's say we're just talking about these 2 schedules at the moment. Schedule 4 is the one which is called prescription only medicine. And Schedule 4 is called controlled drug medicine, the narcotic, the word you just said earlier, narcotic or the controlled medicine. These medicines cannot be given from the pharmacy without a legitimate prescription from the doctor. Okay, the doctor can be a prescribing doctor, a doctor can be a GP or a dentist or a nurse practitioner, or these people as well, or a vet or a vet as well. If a person walk in, like I receive a lot of international people come to my pharmacy, I need to guide them that if they can go to a doctor and get a local GP prescription, then I can supply the medicine. So this is something which is stopping pharmacists to supply the need of that medicine which person require. So in that future time, the pharmacist can prescribe those medicine. At the moment, they are not available. At the moment, we are bounded with the law that they need to go to see the GP to get a prescription. Same, if someone is on acute chronic patient or a dental pain, obviously dentists are very hard to get here, very expensive treatment. As the pharmacist, when they come and they talk, we can easily pick up that that's the dental pain, they need that strong pain tablet, but we can't supply because they need to see the doctor or dental doctor. So we are talking about if we can assist those patients. Respiratory condition is again life-threatening, can be for someone who is actually worsening the asthma condition, where they need to wait for the GP to get an assessment. If pharmacist is allowed, then that can make a huge difference in people's life. All right, so this is all I want to discuss in this session. I think this is give you an overview what a scope of pharmacy, but I need to tell you a few other things as well. If you know that how this pharmacy system work in Australia, this is like you need to know what is PBS system is or Medicare Australia system is. If you write down and Google and find out those information from the website, PBS is stand for Pharmaceutical Benefit Scheme. It's not an insurance system. Don't mix with insurance as compared to any Middle East or American system. This is a government subsidized system by Australian government for Australian people, for Australian permanent residents. All right, not for temporary visa holders, not for international visitors. This is only for Australian system, Australian people. All right, so that's something which I thought I just explained to you. There's a lot of reading you can do. There are many thousands of medicines are approved as a formulary in PBS, and they always, every month, there are new medicine adding, very expensive medicine they're adding in the system every month to provide maximum benefit to Australian community, Australian society. So pharmacists are like stakeholders, or pharmacists are like gatekeepers of PBS system or Medicare Australia system, where we are working in our pharmacies on behalf of Pharmaceutical Benefit Scheme. So it's like we are like a party which are involved in supplying these subsidized medicine to community, and government pay on the behalf of patient back to pharmacy, back to community pharmacy. So this is something new for everyone, I would say, isn't it? Were you aware about PBS system? Anyone were aware before? Can I ask? I'm just asking a question. Was anyone aware about PBS system or not really? I'll just take you to the website. Is it boring topic, or I'm not getting any response, meaning that it's boring for everyone?
No, it was very interesting. We were not aware of it.
Yep. So can you see my slide? Not slide, is a website. Sorry. So this is the system which is mainly wholesalely pharmacists are responsible to use and supply medicine in their community pharmacy. Hospital pharmacies are not allowed to use, only for community pharmacies. So this is a system, pharmaceutical benefit scheme. If you please have a look at the website and try to understand about what is PBS is. This is definition, or maybe there's a small video here as well. So everything explained in the video. So you can understand why I always ask for a video from everyone, because Australian culture is like that. We show what we do. So they're actually showing you what they do. If you see, can you hear that?
Jenny lives in Australia and has to take medication daily for a medical condition.
Can you hear that as well? Can I ask if anyone please respond? Can you hear?
Yes, you can.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear that video? This is my question, not me, but can you hear that video when I run?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not
Yes,
getting.
sir, we can hear the video.
Okay. I'll just run
Yes,
this
sir,
video.
we
I'll
can
just
hear.
run this video quickly.
But she couldn't afford it if she had
Just
to
listen
pay
to that.
full price for her meds. The Pharmaceutical Benefit Scheme, or PBS, subsidises thousands of medicines, helping millions of Australians get the medicine they need. This includes generic brands, and now also new biosimilar brands. Every medicine needs to pass an evaluation by the Therapeutic Goods Administration for safety, quality, and effectiveness before it can be sold in Australia, which gives Jenny and all Australians confidence that medicines we can access from Australian pharmacies all meet the same standards. Lower prices means less pressure on the PBS, which in turn creates room for new medicines to be listed on the PBS, meaning more treatment options for more Australians.
Authorised by the Australian Government, Canberra.
Yes. How was that video? Very simple, very basic.
Very crisp and precise.
Have you got some idea? Have you picked some idea what is actually they're trying to say?
Yes, they are trying to say that they are preferring generic medicine, which burden the cost on the patient, and it benefits the patient. And these medications are approved by TGA, the Therapeutic Goods of Australia.
Very good. Anyone else want to narrate what they have picked up? Any other volunteer? $21 people with us today. No one interested to say, or is it too hard? Or is everyone is shy? I'm not expecting that shyness from everyone, because you are coming to Australia, isn't it? You are not in universities, right?
There is Australian government system which give to the Australian subsidized medications.
Yes.
And just to make sure the quality of the medications, the therapeutic committee, like the therapeutic goods committee, is the authority which going to approve all these to make sure the quality. And basically it's government sponsored subsidized medication, so that they just encourage the generic medications to all the Australians.
Thank you very much. Very well explained. Thank you, Ayub. Thank you.
You're
Yeah,
welcome, sir.
this is very good because you know that if you know this at this stage, what is PBS system, it will be a huge success for everyone sitting in this webinar. I can tell you now. The reason behind is that I come across with so many interns in my life, and they come to the job. When I ask this question, what is PBS system? They could not say the right thing. They think this is a system from some US based company. They think that this is an insurance system, but you need to be very clear before you come into Australia about this. So that's something which is the beauty of this webinar, that I can tell you a few tips and tricks which probably you can take, you can read and develop your skills far superior than anyone else coming to Australia. And you will know these things before. Okay, so I'll open another site. So if you go into this section, there's this section called health professional, and this is the pharmacist section. If you go and read all of this, what they have said, you will be well aware about these things. So this is what you understand. You need to know what medication is covered, so you can easily check what medication is covered in Australia. Let's say sertraline. Okay, let's say sertraline. I'm just giving you a quick example how we use this system daily in our pharmacy. Like if you're talking about citrulline comes in these different brands, right? And to a doctor, how they will prescribe, they will only prescribe in this condition, health condition. Okay, and 50 milligram will be available with a 30 tablet pack. Maximum one quantity can be given at one time. 30 tablets can be given. 5 repeats can be authorized by the GP. And this is the PBS code 2236Q. 2236Q. And the price is approximately this much. And maximum safety net benefit is about $16.36, and general patient charge is $19.65. And some brands like Zoloft, which got a extra surcharge on it. So these are the extra surcharge on it. Yeah. So for you to understand citrulline, you know citrulline. I guess everyone knows citrulline, right? This comes in 50 milligram and 100 milligram. You need to know that 100 milligram is approved by PBS and 50 milligram is approved by PBS. Okay. And what you need to understand about this code, if you click on this code, you can understand a little bit about these are the codes which are assigned by PBS system. They know what is that, but your knowledge need to be that, okay, there's a specific code given by PBS for its approval. You don't need to learn that code. No need for that. You just need to know that the code is there. Okay. And you need to know about the repeat system, because repeat is like one supply is issued by the pharmacy if the doctor has authorized a prescription with 5 repeats. So that means that 5 repeats are allowed by PBS system. If doctor has written by mistake saying that supply 6 repeats, so that could be a problem. So we need to call the doctor and ask them that, look, PBS system allow only 5, that prescription can't be treated as a PBS, you need to fix it. So this is what the rules, regulations thing you need to understand. And you need to understand this broadly, all the major commonly used medicine in your internship year. And over here it says brand premium apply. Brand premium is the additional amount for the inventor of that supply medication, because the Pfizer was the one who invented this medication. And when other patent comes off, like patent off came, like generics came, then their medicine have a special high price. So that's called brand premium, additional $5.58. All right, this is just an example. All the medicines you can find in this, you can play with the website and develop your knowledge. Okay, so example, for example, yesterday I was messaging in our WhatsApp group about one of the medication. Can anyone recall that what medication I was inquiring yesterday? I think that was the cancer medicine that I was inquiring. Anyone remember?
That was monoclonal antibodies.
Yes.
I just forgot the name. Yes.
Yes, that's fine. At least you know the topic, what I'm trying to say. So that was a PBS medicine, right? Approved in this PBS system. Okay. Legislation wise, we are not allowed to take these medicine out of country. At the airport, it will count as a crime. Because government has approved this medicine, government has subsidized this medicine. You can use it for your personal use, maybe for maybe 2 months, 3 months if you're going. But if you're taking large quantities of PBS medicine approved from the airport, then it will be a big problem. Okay, so that question was for a patient who was here and who was on a private prescription and they were going back to Pakistan. So that's why I put that question that because the doctor was asking me that can we purchase this medicine here in Australia and take it to Pakistan? And I said to him, look, that's not right. Although that person was not approved a PBS patient, but it's still, why they want to take the medicine from here? That's what I was discouraging them. I was saying that we can arrange this in Pakistan. That's why I asked this question. So that was just an example of this PBS conflict that I was just discussing with you. If a patient overseas, for example, and asks you to supply such medicine and post it overseas, first of all, this is not allowed. Nobody will allow you to post those medication overseas. So that's a very serious thing. So you need, the legislation wise, you need to understand that aspect as well. When you're working in Australian pharmacy or a student pharmacist, you need to start feeling of these things. It's not that it's written here anywhere, but there's rules, regulation written somewhere. You need to read that. So when you become a pharmacist after 12 months, they will expect you to know this all what I'm talking about at the moment. They may ask a diplomatic question in your oral exam. What about the patient is going overseas? Would you dispense 1 year prescription medicine to the patient? That will be a tricky one. If you say yes, I will supply, I will get the money, this and that. No. So that's something which you need to understand, right? That's something which comes from PBS. Okay. There are different types of prescriptions. I'll just quickly show you that as well. So this is why I always show to my new colleagues all the time what type of prescriptions are and who are the prescribed. As you can see, you can open this website on your computers as well. Okay, I'll quickly go through with this pricing as well. Over here, if you see that $30 is the price where a patient pays who has a Medicare card, regardless what is the actual price of the medicine. If let's say if a price of a medicine is $1,000, only patient will pay $30 and rest of the medicine price is subsidized by PBS. Okay, so that's how the PBS works. And some patients have a concession card. Some patients got a concession card, mean that they have a concession card given by the Australian government, where they are counted as people who don't have income or don't have good, reliable income, or they are on pensioner. So those people pay $7.30 over here. If you see that, for concession card holder, can you read that, or is it too small? PBS medicine paid $7.30 and the rest of the money come from PBS for those patients. Okay. Rest you can read in details. When you start working in the pharmacy, you will understand more because you will see those pricing more often going through your eyes. That will be more sense at that time. And the next slide that I want to show you is the Medicare Australia. Medicare Australia may be similar word which you may have heard anywhere. So these are the Medicare cards. And you know, when overseas, anyone coming from overseas everyone talk about permanent residence or PR, isn't it? Everyone had that name or wording PR. हमें PR visa कब मिलेगा? ये PR कब होगा? So when you get the PR, you get this card, which is called Medicare Australia Card. All right. And what is Medicare Australia is? Medicare Australia is a healthcare covered. Okay, I'll just give you the definition. Basically, Medicare Australia is the system which actually subsidizes your health billing. And that includes your doctor visit, your hospital visit, and your medicinal visit as well, along with the PBS system. Okay, so you can read about this website. But the most important thing as a pharmacist that you need to know about these cards. As a working person, we got these cards that you can see on the picture, and I have that card. My card is in my hand. This is a Medicare card. My family names are written there, and that's the unique card, and the codes are there. So when we go to doctor or dentist, we use this card. Sometimes there's some extra money that we need to pay. And then we use our insurance card, which is a private health cover. And private health cover is significant important for anyone who's coming to Australia first time, either as a visit visa or either as a 491 visa or 190 visa or any visa. These private health insurance should be in place. They are life-saving. They help you a lot, better than Medicare. Do you know that recently there's a pharmacist, unfortunately, died in a car accident in South Australia, here in Australia?
Yes, we do know.
You know that.
Yeah, she was a young pharmacist.
Yep, she was a pharmacist. Very sad incident. I think very shocking. This card that I just showed you, that BUPA cover card, I'll just open that website as well. BUPA health insurance. Okay, so this BUPA health insurance, you need to write this as well, please. When you're coming to Australia, you need to have a private health cover for your family, for yourself, for a doctor visit, for any other visit. Listen very carefully what I'm telling you. This is for people who come to Australia and if they need to get dental cover or hospital cover, this cover, those bills. But when Kuratulan died on that day, I was trying to find a way, because in Australia, the funeral cost is significantly high. Is approximately $7,000 to $14,000 to bury a person in Australia. It's very high. Okay, being she was from Pakistan, her body was taken to Pakistan by the family members, then the cost was significantly high. But somehow we came to know, which was not clearly informed by these insurance companies, that the funeral cost is also covered under these policies, under the standard policies. So we informed them that this person died, and we need to know whether this is going to provide a funeral cover or not. So they replied back, yes, there is a cover available. So that initial action was done. We filled the form. The doctor was involved in checking. And then $20,000 bill was approximately to pay for her body to go to Pakistan, including funeral. So insurance company paid $10,000. So that's the importance of these insurance for any person who's living or as a health professional for you to know. All right. Is that important thing that you come to know today?
Yes, I had an idea about health insurance, but I didn't know that we have to carry this BUPA card when we are, I mean, if you're traveling to Australia, and we have to have this insurance with us.
Health insurance, you say health insurance, or this is the brand name of health insurance. BUPA is one of the common insurance company. They all
Health insurance,
other Medibank is also, there are some Amy, but this is one of the best companies that we know. That's why I just share this information. So make sure when you're coming, you have it, you use it, and when the patient coming to pharmacy, you know how to serve them. Okay.
Yeah, when I was visiting Australia for the time, I do have that BUPA card as well.
Yes, that's significantly important. Yes. Many relatives comes for permanent resident. BUPA cover their heart attack, their that bypass operation, which could be $30,000-$40,000 worth of operation. BUPA cover everything. BUPA is really life-saving. Okay. So we'll just stop this share screen and I'll just go back to the questions. I know there's a lot of questions written there. I'll just go for the first question. Sorry, repeat what you just said. Disconnected. I have to answer that. Sir, would you, Mr. Saddam, brief about the opportunities in pharmaceutical industry, how hunt opportunities employ? Okay. Mr. Saddam, are you there or you left? I think Mr. Saddam has left. In webinar, I will answer this question and you can watch the recording. Saddam, for your question is that how we can find opportunities for pharmaceutical industry, find potential employers. Okay, look, employers are there. There are a lot of pharmaceutical companies here in Australia. Some are in South Australia, some are in Western Australia. Most of them are in New South Wales and Victoria. So you can check their websites. You can check the job website like seek.com or jobgov.com. You can search there, but I can tell you right now, pharmacy jobs which are attracting overseas pharmacies are not industrial pharmacy. They have opened the visa option, which is good, but industrial pharmacy jobs are not that common as compared to the community pharmacy jobs or hospital pharmacy jobs. So if you're coming to Australia, make sure you are ready to switch your career to community pharmacy doing CAPS. That's the most advisable thing for you, rather than keep looking for the job, keep thinking, oh, I came to Australia. Why Australia invite me to this new country when there's no jobs here? You will be frustrated. I have seen a lot of people frustrated because sometimes if they take long time for them to find a job, their savings will go finish very quickly. And so I always advise all the pharmacy degree holder that, look, you arrived in Australia. That's the number one thing. You have done a great job. Now go with the flow. Okay, go with the flow. Flow is saying go with the flow, meaning that the jobs are actually attracting pharmacists in community settings. So go with the flow, meaning doing the CAPS and go with the flow. All right. So that's my appropriate answer. Either you agree or not, but it's your choice, but I have given you the true answer. Okay, training period is for how long for both consultant pharmacists and pharmacists who do vaccination? Can training be done alongside intern program and the consultation training? Yes. This question by whom? Okay, this question is by Sadia Iqbal. Yes, training period is like 12 months. Okay, Sadia, training period is 12 months. And to become a vaccinating pharmacist, look, as soon as you arrive in Australia, do your first aid course, first aid CPR, which is first prerequisite. Try to complete your COVID vaccination trainings, online trainings, do them. Maybe you can do them in one day. And then you enroll in ITP program, start the ITP program with the preceptor, and book your face-to-face immunization training in the Pharmacy Guild office as soon as, and complete that. And before that, I think there's one more training online from South Australian Authority, which is called anaphylaxis training. Do that, and you are allowed to do vaccination under supervision of a pharmacist in South Australia. So this is about South Australian practice. All right. It could be different in different states, but I am in South Australia. All of my interns working, they're all vaccinating pharmacists. They're all vaccinating intern pharmacists, right? And I'll show you one slide here. If you do you have a I'm just sharing my screen quickly for a very quick minute. Okay, so can everyone see this slide or this website, please?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so if you go, you can even open this website from your end as well. It's called internpharmacist.com.au, and it says join the Guild Training Intern Program. If you click that one, and it actually tells you what is the question that you ask. It actually tells you everything what you need to do in your ITP, intern training program, during that 12 months. Okay, you need to pay a fee as well. Government or Australian authorities like to take as much as money from you, no problem with that. But you can earn a lot of money as well. So keeping in mind, this is an investment you're doing on yourself. Don't afraid for the fee that actually showing, but you can earn a lot of money after that. Okay, so pay this $1,855, but what you get out of it is like a lot of knowledge, understanding of clinical skills, and a strong focus on patient care, center care. Work ready outcome, gain practical skills design. There will be some workbooks, some scenarios that you need to fill up, and those scenarios will actually enhance your skills. What I have told you is just a very basic idea. In those workbooks, when you do those workbooks, like the case that we discussed about the police forge script, those type of things, like practical examples will be full of those practical examples. All right. And there will be some instructor that will be helpful. And there was some extensive exam support in this program. Other than that, what you get, ACP, Australian College of Pharmacy. If you go there on the website, just watch that. This is a training department designed by a training college specialized for pharmacists, a practical training college. And that give you a free membership as an intern. Otherwise, when you become a pharmacist, we need to pay this $400. I need to pay this $400, but as an intern, you are allowed to get the free access. So get as much as knowledge at that time when you have signed up that ITP program. Okay, and you ask the question for that consultant pharmacist training. Yes, that's complimentary accreditation training available while you're doing internship. So if you sleep a little less, maybe 1 hour less every night, you can complete that as well. You can study a little bit more, you can get that done as well at the same time during your internship hour. But that will give you only the part 1 of that. When you become full-fledged pharmacist, then you can do the consultant pharmacist part 2. There's some exam, there's some case study and some MCQ, then you can complete that. But first part, you can do it in that free, and that's free as well, right? Vaccination program, which I just said earlier, which costs $640. But that is also free available if you do that in your internship. So my interns, or I advise all the interns to become vaccinating pharmacists in the first year of internship. So is that a good answer for you, Sadia?
Yes, sir. Perfect answer.
You can
In fact, it
find,
will be very helpful
you can
to others also.
take a photo, go on the website and read everything about what is vaccination training, what is complementary medication training, what is ACPA membership is. Just go and I would advise everyone to do that rather than just Sadia. Everyone is in the same boat. They're coming to Australia. If you know that right now, where you will be getting the job, if you say these things in your job interview that this is what you will be doing, I can guarantee you that they will select you in the first interview because they will think that, oh, she knows or he knows everything before I'm going to tell them. So it will actually save hell of a time for me on this person, and this person can progress quickly and can be a useful pharmacist for us in future. This is the message that you will give if you know this right now. And it's not just knowing that, just browse on the website, just play, grab that information in your mind. Okay, I'm coming to Australia. I know this, I will be doing this. And I can show you one more thing. It's the course structure there as well. So you can click there and open that and see that. Okay, you can open that. All the workshop details are there. Everything is there. Before time, you know everything. Okay. Is Burhan is there or he left? Can I ask Burhan, are you there? This is very important for Burhan as well because he just started this program. Okay, there's another thing which is called PDL. PDL is an insurance company which actually protect pharmacists if someone come and sue them. So as an intern, you need to sign up PDL as soon as you got the PDL, as soon as you start your internship. And it's free for the first internship year. All right. So this PDL is also important. Don't take it light. It's not a joke. It's a very serious thing. Anyone can do a mistake, and pharmacists can be sued in this country by anyone. And if that sue happen, if you have the insurance, for example, if you have signed up, it will save you. It will pay the balance. It will pay the money. You don't have to pay from your own pocket. Okay. And I want to show you one very interesting part here. This intern's job, the latest intern jobs are here. Many people say that, oh, where to find? I don't see any jobs. I'm looking at the jobs. There's no jobs here. I was talking to one chap today from Pakistan. And he was saying, I'm struggling to find jobs in Australia. I've passed the caps. Look at the jobs. How many jobs are here? They're all intern jobs. Can you see that? Hello, can you see that? Or you can still say, oh, I can't find the jobs.
Yes, sir. Can see.
Yes.
Money full of jobs. I know there were a few people in my group, they think that there's no job. Why we can't find these jobs so easily? Just go on internpharmacist.com.au is open to public. Anyone can see that. Even go to the pharmacy. There's an email. There's a pharmacy owner name there, company manager name there. And these jobs are all community pharmacy jobs. See, this is the evidence what I'm talking today. There's no industrial job here. Okay, so that's good. So I'll just close this share screen and go back to the question. Okay, Salma Bashir saying, for minimum, how many hours an intern pharmacist can work? Minimum. Okay. That's a tricky question. Why you want to do the minimum hours as an intern? Can I ask this question from Salma if she's still there or she left? I can't see her. Okay. Okay. Look, if you would come for an interview, Salma, if you come and say that I want to work as an intern pharmacist, like part-time, or maybe 2 days a week, probably I would not say yes for you to be in my team because I don't want an intern working as part-time. No way. That actually not a good question. Although you can find a job somewhere, but it's very less likely. Okay. All the jobs as an intern probably are full-time because that's the time when you are you are learning a lot of things. You need to be there all the time, not part-time. Okay. That's the proper answer for this question. Okay, Lucky, she's saying that how can you please elaborate the path with an example? Okay, I missed that. We'll talk to you separately. Prescription is like to be handwritten. I have already answered that. Do you mean for cynic pharmacists? No, I don't mean that. What is the practice of telepharmacy in Australia? Telepharmacy is at the moment, telepharmacy is occasionally allowed, occasionally. And somewhere where a patient is in COVID, for example, or during the COVID time, telepharmacy was very, very common, where patient stay home pharmacists on the phone or on the Zoom or on the camera, they talk and they supply the services like medication reviews. But telepharmacy is occasionally available, but not commonly. All right. Not all the time. It's not like working from home. No, don't ever think about that, working from home. No. Okay, there's a long question from Abdul Majid. What he's saying, here in Saudi Arabia, retail pharmacy judge retail pharmacist skill just by how much percentage of a skincare item you are selling, your competence, your survival, skincare, retail, so many dispensing medications through others. No, okay, that's fine. Thank you for the information, Majid. Is different in Australia. So please mention the magazine sites over there. Okay, some like Umar has explained that pharmacy retail, daily news, retail pharmacy magazine, and Australian Journal of Pharmacy. Okay, bravo, thank you. Have heard about PBS only, PBS. Don't have any idea, okay. And the medicine name. If someone permanent visa in Australia on the time of internship, they need to do PTE. Yes, English test is compulsory. It doesn't matter what visa you are, even if you're a citizen. If you have a degree from overseas, you have to submit English test. They need to see the English test, okay? Okay, so that's all that I have discussed. If you have questions, your questions are welcome. Please ask. Your time. You can raise your hand, say your question, come on mic, and I can answer the question. I think that's the good. I like this part because I don't know what question is coming, but I can answer. I'm confident I can answer. If I can answer, then I can say, oh yes, I can check and come back. If you don't have any question, then we can close the session.
Yes, Irfan, I have a question.
Yes, Margaret. Yes, please go ahead. How are you?
I'm great, thanks, and thanks a lot for the information that you've shared in the last session. So I'm just wondering, when it comes to skills assessment, so that's at the beginning of this whole process,
yes,
right? What counts as, from my understanding, there are two routes: one for the experienced pharmacist and one for the pharmacist with no experience. So from my understanding, one maybe who has just graduated has no experience.
Correct.
And then what counts as experience? So what type of pharmacist would go for the route that requires experience?
Look, according to CAP's website, if you read that, they actually do not assess the experience. Experience is assessed by Department of Immigration when you apply for your visa. So if you want to keep your application very simple to CAPS, that's okay, because just put those 4 documents. One is your passport, other one is another photo ID, third one is your degree, Fourth one is your full mark sheet of your pharmacy qualification. Third is the copy of your pharmacy license. Just keep it very simple and you will get a positive reply within maybe 6 weeks or maybe 5 weeks. If you want to put a resume, that's up to you, but I won't recommend anyone because they not want to see that. They can easily see you a pharmacist and they will let you know that, okay, you're even you have experience, if you have a healthy experience, that does not really matter because experience will be assessed by Department of Immigration when you submit all the documents like your experience letters, your pay slips, your bank statement for proof of salary. Obviously, Department of Immigration will give you points against that experience if you have the experience, and they may call at the job where you have shown the experience to verify that. That's all they do in Department of Immigration.
Oh, okay. No, thank you for clarifying. And sorry, where exactly are we doing this assessment? Is it the Vet Access website?
No. CAPS assessment. If you're doing for the CAPS, like for the CAPS exam,
Yes.
you need to go on APC website. APC website is this one, which is, I'll just open that for you. Which is called Pharmacy Council. I'll just share my screen. I'll just show you.
Okay.
pharmacycouncil.org.au. This is the website.
Oh, great. Thank you very much.
Yeah, just take a photo and you need to just create a candidate portal here. You build your profile, put your name correctly, how it's spelled on your passport, and then load all your documents. They don't need a attested document. They just need a basic scan documents, 1 passport photo, 2 photo ID. 1 is your passport. If you have your own driving license in your country, if you have a photo there, just use that. And 3 document, that's it. And pay that $1,310 by Visa card. That's it. And they will take 5 weeks and you will receive an email from them and then you book a test. Make sure you book a test before the cutout date. Their cutout dates are very important for exam because if you sit there and think that if you have done the assessment and you will go and submit the fee in July, that will be too late. I'll just open the slide for you when we have to submit. This is exam dates here. So $1,310 for your assessment. Can you see that screen?
Yes.
Okay. And then let's see what the dates are. Have you not seen this website before?
I think I browsed through now that I look at it, but I was also confusing it because someone recommended another website, so I was getting all sorts of messages. That's why.
Misguiding in Zimbabwe. I know there are a lot of people misguiding in Pakistan, but I have never heard anyone misguiding in Zimbabwe. I have so many Zimbabwean people. I love Zimbabwean pharmacists. I have so many Zimbabwean pharmacists working in Australia, in my company and in my friends' organization. Yes. Okay, so these are the dates which are very important. If you look at that.
Okay.
No, not this one. This one. This one. This is CAPS exam, right? So if you're targeting yourself for July exam in Harare, you need to attend this exam on 17th and 19th of July. So this means that you have a time 13th of June, the last date that you need to submit your exam fee to lock that exam. So is everyone listening? This is very important for everyone, whoever they are in the world. If you're targeting the November exam, let's say, then 20th of June, this registration period opened and it will finish by 9th of October. If you miss this date, obviously you will go for the November exam, obviously. But if you submit your documents, for example, tomorrow, then you probably get that by 13th of May. then you still have
Mhm.
1 month time to submit your fee for your July exam. And I have so many evidences where I have shown videos or interviews with CAPS past students. They have studied this CAPS, the most dangerous exam in the world, in 2 months' time. And if you can do that, I mean, if they can do it, obviously you can do it as well, because they have not done any extra qualification. Everyone got a pharmacy degree. I know we have some candidate who does the PhD degree as well. I don't know what will be the skill they have to complete. Maybe they can complete that exam, 2-hour exam in 1 hour, maybe they would be very smart. I don't know, but still you need to study, because one chap other day, 2 days ago, I was talking to him. He was in Brisbane, and that young fellow was a fresh graduate, came to do masters in public health from Kenya. And what he did, he actually booked the exam, and he sit in the exam with no preparation. Then he called me. I think I was just messaging in my group, how's everyone going and this and that, and when are you planning for the exam? And he said, I have booked my exam. My exam is in 2 days' time. I said, when did you book the exam? You didn't never inform me. You are in my group from last maybe 4 months, but you never mentioned that you're giving the exam, because if you have already mentioned that to me, then I would have moved you into my exam group, and then you can study that all the stuff which you need to study. And he said, oh, I didn't know that I have to study. I thought I can just go because I'm a pharmacy graduate from Kenya and I'm studying in Australia, so I can sit without preparation. I said, no, I think that's a very dangerous thing you have done. And when he finished the exam, next day, I called him, how was the exam? He said, very bad. I said, okay, that's fine. At least you have some experience of what exam and what is the intensity of the exam. You have seen that truck coming to you in a high speed. Now you can tackle that next time nicely when you attend. And I said to him, you must be very rich from your home. That's why you spend that $2,300 without having any preparation. So he said, no, I'm not rich. But I say, what job you're working? And he said, I'm working as an NDIS care supporter. And that's very high earning job in Australia at the moment. So I think the money was not an issue for him. He just paid the fee, and now he's going to pay the fee again, because obviously we're not going to pass the exam. All right, so 2 months or 3 months is enough for anyone who's studying. Have you seen any video from one of our friendly female pharmacists, Tanya, on our YouTube channel? Have you seen that?
Yes, I watched that.
Did you get any encouragement from her?
Very much encouraged, and like
Oh,
this is doable, and yeah, but you have to put in the hours and really learn and prepare.
yes.
I think preparation is key.
Yes. The most important thing she said about that, there was a fear for exam, but she prepared herself, well prepared, over prepared. She was reading the notes, writing it, reading, writing. So she tackled that fear by well preparation. So anyone can do it. Right, isn't it? And she did that probably in how many times? 2 months? If you go back and rewatch the video, you can feel that how much intensity she got at the time when she was saying. I asked a question about racism as well. Did you notice that? I asked this question with everyone, because everyone say Australia is a racist country. Yes, I always say yes, Australia is a racist country. So why are you coming to here if you think that if this is an issue? But this is not an issue. No. All right, thank you for your question. I hope I answer you and you're satisfied. Hopefully you will submit the documents and just go and just do it. Don't ever spend a minute and waste a minute, and just do it.
I will. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, anyone else got any burning question for me? I hope I can. I'll just stop this share now. Yep. I'll just relax a little bit. Okay, who's asking this? Okay, someone saying pharmacy technician is not good for quick visa process. Who said that? No, it's a good process. Umar, where is Mr. Umar? Umar is here. Umar, can you talk, please?
Yes, sir. I asked to. It is not good for us to come on pharmacy technician visa.
Okay, Umar, can you please come on the camera? Nice. I can see you.
I am. I have a lot of customers here. I am sitting on pharmacy.
So you don't want to see us your customer, or is it a privacy matter?
Yes, sir. Due to the privacy matters,
Oh,
you can hear the noise behind me.
okay. So what is your
So
question? Quick process as a technician, right?
yes, sir.
Yes, if you
Can you
do,
please?
if you do have a work experience as a technician for 3 or 4 years right now,
Years of experience.
if you have 3 to 4 year work experience right now,
Yes, sir.
do you have?
Yes, sir.
Okay, as a pharmacy technician, not as a pharmacist.
As a pharmacist, sir.
So listen to me very carefully, sir. I'm asking, do you have a work experience as a pharmacy technician for 4 years? At least 3 or 4 years, 3 or 4 years. If your letter saying that you are a pharmacy technician, you work as a pharmacy technician, you receive a pay slip as a pharmacy technician, then Vitasis is the body where you can submit your documents online along with a checklist that I can give it to you. In 2 weeks' time, they can give you the assessment positive.
Yes, sir.
And then you pass your PTE exam and then apply for your state nomination. You will get that in 10 days, maybe. And then apply for the visa. So that's why the time frame is 2 weeks for Vitasis. English test. Have you done the English test?
No, sir. When I will apply for the Vitasis, I will give the PT exam, inshallah.
Okay. So do you know the dates available or not? Where are you in Pakistan?
I am in Bahawalpur.
Okay.
Have you heard about?
Yes, I've been to Bahawalpur. What do you mean? I'm from Pakistan. I'm not from
No,
Africa or Zimbabwe, or I am from Pakistan origin.
Sir, I know.
If someone asked me from Harare, have you been to Zimbabwe? I would say no, I have not. But in Pakistan, I think I have visited every state.
Okay, sir. That's good.
So are you seriously looking to get this pharmacy technician because you need to get experience?
Of course, I am serious, 100% serious.
So where the
about it.
Where the experience will come from?
Sir, I also worked before my pharmacy graduation as a pharmacy technician under my senior pharmacist. Senior.
Okay, maybe are you in my WhatsApp group or not?
Of course, sir, I am in your WhatsApp group.
Okay, give me the message and show me your letters, then I will guide you. All right?
Yes, sir. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for the question. So we have 1, 2, 3. Mr. Muhammad, are you there, Muhammad? It is Amara Nasim or Saif Ali or CHIE. Sidra Ali. Are you guys there or you just left? Do you want to talk about anything? Do you have any question or any comments?
Hi, Irfan.
Yes, Lucky, how are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Yes, I'm very relaxed that you have done something great this month.
Thank you. It's not without your support.
Can you
It's all
be on the camera and show and tell everyone what you have done in Australia? You should be proud in telling what you have achieved.
hi. Hi, Irfan. I
Hello.
haven't received that. I'm waiting for my exam result.
So why are you
I'm
waiting?
sure about
You know that you will pass. I know that. So what's the
yeah,
point of waiting?
but
You have
it's all due to you.
because of me.
Yeah, that's all because of you. You motivated me all the time throughout in the pharmacy when I am in the pharmacy or through the messages or all the things.
I'm happy. Yes, I'm very happy to
You
see
also provide me
the progress.
lot of material without any cost.
Why everyone think about the cost every time? This is sometime I feel a little bit like I know that cost is always an issue.
I know a few of them like they are just providing the material like they are need $300, $500, this and that. So that's why I'm adding without cost.
Yes, that's very good. Everyone should listen that what you just said. That's very important point.
And you are doing such a great job.
Thank you. And you
Thank
came
you.
to do the work experience as well, I remember. And are you working back in the pharmacy?
No, I'm not working. Actually, I left in the December. I
Yes,
didn't
I
get
know.
enough time to prepare for the
So
test.
now
So
you're
that's why
free.
I left
You're
all the
free.
job.
You
Yeah,
can go
now
back
I
to
am.
work. Why are you sitting at
Yeah,
home? Go back to work.
I'm start looking for that now. But I love to work with you. Seriously, I don't know why.
But
You motivate me
the
through all
lady.
the time, so that's why.
No, thank you for that. But what was the name of that pharmacy owner, Renee? She was good as well, Renee, Telluride pharmacy owner.
Yeah, but I need to go there from 9 to 5 for 3 days. So that's why I didn't get time to prepare for the exam.
I know,
So
but
that's why.
can't they take you back now because you're free now? Can you
No,
do that?
no, I think they don't. I think they don't.
Why? Why?
They already hired a person.
Oh, okay. So someone already taken the place. Okay, okay,
Yeah. So that's why. Yeah.
okay. But I know that if you write this on CV that you're waiting for the exam, anyone, I mean, there are a lot of
Yeah.
jobs. And I was showing you there's a lot of jobs on this intern website. You can apply and get the job before I call you for the work. Don't wait for me.
Okay.
I think I have pulled you from one end and here, so you just need to.
I just wanna share my story from the starting. When I came here in December 2021, I didn't have any idea about how to do the assessment and how to go through the exam.
What was the year when you came here? Can you please repeat? I think internet is frozen.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes, now you can speak, please. And what was the year
Okay.
when you came here? When you contacted me first time?
I came here in December 2021.
Okay.
And my husband contact you in January 2022 on this one. He just message you on the Facebook. Hi Irfan, we are from India. My wife is pharmacist in India, and this and all that. And just he dropped that message, and you gave us your number, and I call you, and you guided me all the things like I need to do these things, and I also do the vaccinations program and the guild certificates and the certificate seeking student history.
Yes.
Before, yeah. Before that, I didn't have any idea which one I need to do, which one I don't need to do, and I don't have any idea about the CV. Actually, I have CV according to India, so you modify my CV, and after that, I start applying for the job, and I get the job. Thank you for that.
I think I'm
Also.
expert in fixing the CVs right now because I think I got a magic formula now to get CVs fixed in a way that employers actually want to see and they want to give the jobs.
Yeah.
Something which I really like to do. Yesterday I fixed one pharmacist. He was from UAE. He was in my pharmacy. He spent maybe 3 hours with me, and I was giving him what things you need to do, like first aid, CPR, basic COVID vaccine trainings, and some trainings from pharmacy club, and some trainings from anaphylaxis. So these kind of things, which I actually advise him. I showed him a sample CV, and he developed his CV, and still he's developing more CVs. Improvement. Hopefully he will get his things sorted. Yes, hopefully
Okay.
he will get a
After that,
job.
I think I lost my assessment in the March, on 4th of March. After that, I don't know, I didn't know about that. They have some incentive for the visa program, this and that. And after that, you message me that, and I get, due to you, I got free assessment and a free attempt for the test. Thank
Oh
you
my
for
God! So
that.
you did the free
Yeah,
one. Oh my
yeah,
God.
I'm in the free one.
Oh my God, look at that. Please, if you're listening or you're going to watch this video, Lucky was one of the luckiest person who actually listened when I informed her that there's a program offered by Australian government. Whoever in Australia, if they are on permanent resident, then they can do the free assessment. They don't have to pay the $1,300, and they can do the free exam as well. They don't have to pay $2,300 for the CAPS fee. So that's something Lucky actually
Actually, I
used that
already
option.
paid the $1,300 after you sent me the message. I mailed them. After that, they refunded me that one.
Oh, okay. So you paid and they refunded it. Okay, that's
Yeah,
good.
they refunded.
So you are now rich of $4,000.
Yeah.
That's good.
Thank you for that.
Thank you. No, this is thank you to the Australian government, not me, but I'm the one who just informing people. Take the information, use it. That's what the right use, perfect
Actually,
use
I
of right information.
I haven't any idea about these incentive programs. So that's why I'm thanking you.
Thank you very much. And you know that this program has been finished.
Yeah, now.
Yes, in January, that program is finished, and everyone around the world, what they think that CAPS or APC has stopped taking the overseas pharmacist. They misread the information. So everyone panic condition. Oh, CAPS has stopped this year's application. There was some rumors going on around the world in Pakistan and everywhere that CAPS has stopped taking the new applications. But that was just a free fee one.
Just I go through the test. Just I wanna say something about the people they are preparing for the test. Just must go through the recalls. The 80% are comes from the recalls. I got 10 to 15 questions in the paper one from the recalls. Even they haven't changed the options. Anyone they are same 4 options in the answer.
So you can explain a lot of people about how to prepare the exam. I think that's something you can explain with your experience. Maybe in next webinar, I can ask you to come and maybe talk just how to do the exam. That will be very handy for many of the pharmacists who will be preparing. And I think you're already in the exam group. Maybe you can write down few tips there and just send the information. Or maybe you can write a document, like a story.
I follow the steps or that you give me, that you must read 100 or 150 recalls every day and do 10 or 15 numericals. I did like that type.
Okay.
Yeah. Every day I read 100 and 100 and 115 recalls and 15 to 20 numericals from the APEC. And also, I think very important portion from the CPR is over the counter drugs. There are a lot of comes from the over the counter.
Yes, over the counter drugs.
Yeah. And I haven't get any structure from the medicinal chemistry. I just got one structure, that is PEG, polyethylene glycol.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, just only the one structures and the 5 to 8 numericals in the paper second. But second one is a tricky one.
Say again, please.
The second one paper is the tricky one.
Okay, no, that's fine.
Like
If they don't make a
the
tricky one,
options are
Lucky,
yeah.
if they don't make a tricky one, then everyone will pass. Obviously, they want you and everyone to study.
Okay, yeah, sure.
If
But they like there for me there is state questions in the second paper where there are a lot of like now 4 options. They are confusing ones. You need to just I think you need to just read about the drug, the mechanism of action, and the adverse effect. All things you need to know about the drug.
okay.
Yeah, which one receptor they act or they not.
No, that's very good. No, thank you for your share. And
Yeah, and I also get questions from the cigarette suggestions and the over-the-counter things like the patient, a patient come to your pharmacy for benzyl peroxide, and there are 4 options. Which one is the correct one? Like these type of questions.
okay.
But in the second paper, the most important part is the antimicrobial, like antibiotic, antiviral, anti-cancer drugs. They are the most important one, and also the vaccines. Which one is the conjugated one? Which one is the polysaccharide one? These type of questions comes in that.
Okay. No,
Most of the questions from antibiotics and the
that's good. I would say thank you, Lucky, but I need you to write some notes.
yeah, sure.
Like how people ask me that how to start the preparation. This is something which people really want from
Okay.
those. They also ask me that if you know anyone who has passed the exam in or who has done the exam in March, so that I can add you in the group and you can answer. Maybe
Okay.
write a document, right? Documents, what to start,
Yeah.
how to start the training,
Yeah.
how to start that
Okay. Yeah.
preparation, because that's a very, very difficult question. Because these days notes are very easy. Everyone get the books, this and that, but they get mixed up what to start, how to start, and what you expect and how much time you need to study. So that's very important that if you can write down some documents or maybe some points and
And I had also made some few of notes from the CVS, and there are my handwritten notes for the CVS one and the ANS one. I will share with you. You can forward
share
that.
with me, but I will maybe do just one webinar just for how to prepare the exam. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's most important. People ask me this question every time, and I said, "Look, submit the
Like-
fee, submit the CAPS assessment fee, and then get into this phase, because I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste their time on telling things which probably they will not action at the moment. I'm an action person, so I don't want to waste my time as well. This session was just for that session that I just did today is actually explaining what is community pharmacy is, because as you know, you have worked in community pharmacy in Australia. You know what is community pharmacy is a hell of a difference between retail pharmacy setup from any other part of the world. People think that, and I hate the word retail pharmacy. When someone come and say that I'm coming to Australia for a retail pharmacy, I just said, no, you're not coming to work in a retail pharmacy. You're coming here to work in a community pharmacy. You need to have some understanding. That's why I thought I always talk about community pharmacy, community pharmacy, community pharmacy. And I said, let's do a session on community pharmacy and the future of community pharmacy today. The slide that I was showing was the latest release of Pharmacy Guild. probably just released in probably in February. I think that was something which document released, and I was trying to find the previous one, but I thought maybe let's discuss the fresh one, and I can talk further the future as well. But I think the portion that I have shown is a window for anyone who actually thinking what they will do in Australia. And today I was like, there was a chap here by the name Burhan. I was talking to him today. I think he arrived last week here, and his employer, like his job was arranged by me last April 2022, and the owner, the pharmacy owner of that group of pharmacy, he actually came to pick him from airport. That's amazing. I asked him, how did you reach from your airport to the town where you're working? And he said, Mr. Tim Gross actually came and picked me from the airport. I said, wow, okay. So you went into that black big Land Cruiser. He said, oh yes, do you know him? I said, come on, you who arranged that? And I say, he's my friend from last 20 years. I know him from last 20 years, and you asking me, do you know him? I said, come on, you are a pharmacy, use your like just talk sense, man. You know that. I said,
I don't know.
I know his kids.
These
I
kind
know
of
where he lives. I know he knows where I live, and that's why he actually treated as a trustable person. That's why he listened to me. And when I offered you, when I offered your position or your resume, then they said, okay, let's do the interview. Yes, so that's something which.
And I also gone to your Cover Perry pharmacy, visit there.
When?
In December. Yeah. And also Quran.
On as well. Okay.
Yeah.
So you were doing a tour in Australia.
Yeah. I met a lot of Ulru also, the pharmacist.
Ururu as well.
I forget the name. I also get a number, a few of them's a number. One is from the Dubai. A girl came from the Dubai. She is an intern in Cooper Perry now. I have her number.
Hafsa.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Hafsa.
intern pharmacist from the Pakistan.
Yes, Shabazz.
Shabazz.
Yes. Yeah, Shabazz can speak
I
Punjabi.
met both of them.
Yes, he's from Lahore, Punjab.
Okay. I met him and the girl, and I asked few a question about the how to prepare the caps, this and that. They guided me also.
So they didn't say, come on, I'm not giving you any information. She was not like that.
No. They are very good.
Okay, they are very good. Okay.
Yeah, and even the girl, she gives me the number. She gives her number.
Yes, Hafsa is good. Hafsa is very good.
Yeah.
I don't know. People come to me, they are always good, and I treat them good. They'll always be good.
You are good, so that's why they treat you as good.
We are lucky. We are lucky in that part of world where we find good people.
I feel I am lucky. My husband find you when I came here.
Yes, he's smart that he find me, and I connect the exam and everything. So you're now done.
Yeah.
When you're gonna pass, then we would like to have a big party from you then.
Yeah, sure.
Big party
will.
at Adelaide Oval.
Yeah, sure. Amrik is laughing on that in the world.
Pakistan team is coming to play a test match here very soon in October this year.
Okay.
All right, Lucky, thank you. And I'll just take the call from some other fellow. Thank you very much for talking, and say hello to your husband. As well.
Thank you, Irfan. Once again, thank you.
Thank you. Take care. Does anyone else has a question that we can take from you? Or yes, sir, you have a question. You just joined. iPhone is your name coming on the screen. Are you talking to us? Because we can't hear you. We got Saf, we got 2 other or 3 other people. If you have a question, please let me know. If you don't have a question, then it's fine. We'll finish the.
Actually, I was waiting for 3 or 4.
All right. Thank you very much for your time. And we'll finish this webinar right now because I think everyone got the answers, and hopefully I'll provide the recording on my YouTube channel. And if you want to listen what we discussed, or if you have not listened, you can recap this program. That's like 2 hours and probably 30 minutes so far. Good session about community pharmacy and scope of practice in community pharmacy. All right, thank you very much. You take care. Thank you. Enjoy your day. Thank you very much.